Hey, it's Joe Crump. Welcome back. All right, this next question is from Ada Marvin. She says, here's my question. First off, how do you build a buyer's list quickly and without money? I can't afford, when just starting this, to go out and spend money on these lead-generating websites and buyer-generating websites, nor can I buy into programs right now, like, and she says the name of a search program here. So without the initial funds, how do I build a buyer's list for my wholesale deals of ugly houses that'll get them sold so that I can purchase the tools that I know my business needs in the future? Well, first of all, you don't need to start spending a lot of money on tools, on websites, on lead generation tactics. You just have to have a little bit of knowledge. You need to understand that there's plenty of leads out there. If you understand how to work for sell by owner leads, how to make those work, and how to automate that process, which is what we're doing and what I'm teaching, simply by contacting those people and asking them to put a deal together. And I'm actually working on a new program you're going to be hearing about very soon through Craigslist and through forsellbyowner.com and FSBO.com and all these other FSBO sites where we're contacting these people. They're calling us and saying, I'm ready to sell my property after they go through this marketing campaign that I've put together. It makes it very simple, very easy, and it puts together deals where you don't have to have any money for the down payment, you don't have to have any credit, you can have terrible credit, it doesn't matter, nobody ever checks your credit, you don't have to get conventional loans, they deed you the property, you take it over, you put a lease option tenant, you make a chunk of money, or you assign your right to buy that property, or you sell that property to somebody else for a fee. So many ways to make money on this stuff. You just have to understand the hierarchy and the structure. But the question here is, how do you build a buyer's list? And one of the best ways that we've ever done it, the cheapest cost per lead that we've ever used, are those ugly signs. And they can be as simple as rent to buy, move in today, no qualifying, and a phone number. It can be very basic. You can write it on a piece of cardboard that you pull out of the dumpster at the grocery store. We use Coroplast, usually yellow Coroplast. It's corrugated plastic, and we put it on these wire stands. And they cost $2. You hand write them. You want them to look as ugly as possible. This will build a great buyer's list. And it'll bring in mainly people that are interested in buying rent to buy. But one of the interesting things about this process, you'd think that everybody who's calling on an ad that wants to buy rent to buy wouldn't qualify for a conventional loan. We find that 1 in 10 of the people that are calling in on these types of ads actually qualify for a loan. They just don't realize it. Maybe they had a bankruptcy, but it was 2 years ago, and they've gotten back on track since then. Maybe they had a late payment, or maybe they had a lien or a judgment, but we can still get them a loan through FHA or through some of these other programs that are out there that make it a little bit easier. The BC paper, the bad credit mortgages that used to be available, the mortgages that used to be available with no qualifying, with no income verification, stated income loans, those things have gone away pretty much. They'll probably come back eventually, but they're not here right now. So you want to find people and be able to put them into properties that they can actually buy. So building a list of people that you can actually sell properties to. This is what we're really looking for here. So anyway, you don't need to build this is an easy way to build a list using the signs. You don't have to have a website right now. When you do get a website, if you use my push button method, or if you get into my mentor program, I've got a website that you get with that program, and you can get that thing set up. It actually explains how the buyer's process works. I also have it for sellers and investors. We've got different websites for different categories. And then once they opt in, which means that they give you their name, their phone number, their address, what they're looking for, if their credit's any good or not. They put all that information in there. They hit send, and it sends you their contact information so that you can either call them or you can let your autoresponder do the work. An autoresponder is a sequential email program that sends them out a sequence of emails over a period of time. And those emails I've already written, they're in the program, and they explain how the process works, what they need to do to qualify, what they need to do to buy the property. It educates them. It builds a relationship between them and you so they have confidence that you know what you're talking about. And it also urges them to take the next step. And if any of you have seen my websites or have seen the stuff that I do, you know that I'm a pretty good copywriter. Maybe one of my best skills. It's certainly one of the things that I enjoy doing the most. And it gets these auto-response messages are written with that in mind, getting people to take action. So anyway, right now, the most important thing when you get started is to just start doing some deals. Learn the process that I teach. I would suggest that you start with the for rent method. Learn that process, start that. As soon as you get a seller, make offers. As soon as you get a seller to say yes, then go out and get some signs put up. Use Craigslist too. We've got some great techniques for Craigslist. We've got great techniques for other websites that just bring in a lot of leads. But the signs just bring them in probably 2 to 3 to 1 compared to the websites, and they're very, very inexpensive. But don't build your buyer's list until you have something to sell. Work on that first. Learn how to put together an offer. Learn how to make an offer. And you want to do this over the phone. You're not writing these offers out. You're making the offers over the phone to qualified leads based on which method of mine you're using or which method of your own you're using. And then once you get that person, then you move on to the next step, which is building the list, putting the websites up. Don't waste a lot of money on stuff until you know that you can make money. Learn how to make money. My big philosophy here is if you can't make money with no money, you sure can't make money with money. Learn how to make money with no money. This is a bootstrap, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps. You're doing it yourself. You're learning how to do it. You just need a little bit of knowledge and the willingness to put the effort in. All right. Hope that helps.